Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is day 7 of phase 2 of the 50 Blast Challenge. We're going to do something a little different today for our day off. I've accepted an outside challenge from a bunch of friends who've done this kind of thing, which is a massive calorie refeed day, cheat day, whatever you want to call it. You know, all my bodybuilding friends throughout their histories have had these days where they will consume 8 to 10,000 calories to refeed, restock the glycogen in all the cells, all the muscle tissue, just so they can continue. They do that, every 7 to 10 days kind of thing. I've never done that. If you watched episode 2, you would have seen that I have a hard time taking in even 2,000 calories a day when I'm eating clean. So this is way out there for me. I have no idea if I can actually accomplish this task. Obviously, this is something that it's not going to be clean eating. There's no way you can eat 10 or 12,000 calories of lean chicken breast. You know what I mean? Like, it's not possible. So it's going to be interesting to say the least, because I don't eat a lot of sugar or desserts and stuff like that. So to set a little of a precedence here, I'm 5'9", currently about 200 pounds. I'm on my way down. I'm leaning up during this phase 2 of the 50 Blast. And I also want to just say, disclaimer, liabilities, this is for entertainment only. I do not advise doing this at all, let alone on a regular basis like some people do. Some of you have great metabolisms and, this kind of food doesn't affect you. A lot of us, I'm not expecting to feel great tomorrow or even halfway through the day. A lot of you would be like, why would you do this then? Well, I like a challenge. And a lot of people have said this might help you break through that plateau of not being able to eat that much if you occasionally have a very large eating day and then go back to your clean eating kind of thing. So I don't know if I'm going to do this again, especially to the magnitude of trying to get 12,000 calories, but might as well try once, because while we're doing this, we're going to be hitting 7 or 8 local food establishments, so at the same time, we're going to be able to promote these local small businesses, which for me is very important because I've always been an entrepreneur in my life. All right, done talking. So goal today, day 7, it is my day off. I'm going to try eating 12,000 calories. Let's see if I can do it. Comment below if you've ever eaten this much. And here's our goal for the day. This is the beautiful river valley here in Edmonton. Going to do a support local tour. All those businesses out there. Like I said, Edmonton is the small business capital of North America. And we're going to find as many as we can today, and we're going to dine at their fine establishments and eat all the calories that we can. But this is a beautiful way to start. Let's see if we can. Alright, just showed up at my buddy Manoj's place. We're going to start from here. The 12,000 calorie challenge, supporting local challenge. Hey Manoj, what should we take? Should we take the Jag? The McLaren? The Lambo? What are we going to take? Got our choice. What are we going to take?
Well, I think the cars will be fun, but I've got real concerns about the suspension of my car after you gain this much weight, 12,000 calories.
Ooh, shots fired.
So I'm thinking that we should take the bikes because you need the exercise because you're fat.
That's true.
Also, there's unlimited width, Rube.
Unlimited width.
You probably have to pump the tires up a little more PSI, but I think we'll be okay.
That's how true friends talk to you. They don't sugarcoat shit. I gotta lose some weight, and I'm eating 12,000 calories.
I gotta lose weight too. I'm on the challenge. Drop some weight.
He's doing the challenge as well, so we're gonna put the keys away. We're gonna take the bikes. All right, let's get going. Well, I'm starting to eat a little earlier because after Manoj decided that we're taking the bikes, the first stop is a little more than half hour away, and I haven't eaten anything this morning. I wanted to do it all at the restaurants, supporting local, but I'm going to get some protein in. He made me his version of like traditional egg sandwich, or he's just messing with me and he just wants me to eat the stuff that was in his fridge. But so we just got 2 slices of rye bread, fried egg, some mango. What are these, mango pickles?
Is it mango pickle?
Oh God. And some ketchup. So yes, this sounds very traditional.
What are you gonna do?
So this is pretty damn good. For those of you who maybe don't eat a lot of ethnic food, I'll explain. These are those mango pickles, these calls them. They got a nice tang, a little bit of heat. They're pretty damn awesome. This is just regular rye bread. There's the macro count. This is 2 eggs, so I'll get all this added up to start our day's tally. All right, I got my sexy, stylish helmet on, my chariot, my guide. Let's get the show on the road. I got calories to eat.
Oh, do you?
Well, a little bit of excitement before we got to our first stop. Noticed someone had started a fire in here in a residential area. So we had to pull over, stomped it out, and then called the fire department to come take care of it. And our boys got here quick. Yep, taking care of it. And then on with our challenge.
So we thought we were worried about it.
So these boys came out and stomped out this fire. So you guys don't want to be doing this shit when it's this hot. These guys have to do it in these clothes. Make sure you're not throwing your cigarettes out the window. We'll bleep that out. Exciting day so far. I think we're going to stop by State North because with everything I'm going to eat today, I think I'm going to put on a little bit of weight. So I'm going to need a new shirt to conceal all my extra calories. Ooh, up the stairs, up the stairs. Looks like he's restocked after his grand opening. Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Trent! In the back, all right. Oh, he's busy. Howdy.
Sir, what's going on?
He brought his mule.
Hey.
The mule today.
Yeah, are you carrying?
How's it going, brother?
Good to see you.
I'm sure all of you know who this is already. That's Trent. He owns State North and 333.
Yes, sir.
He gets all of our apparel done for us.
Yeah.
All the printing of absolutely everything done in-house.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you need. It doesn't just apparel. You do what? Signage and all that too?
Signage,
Vinyls,
wall vinyl, wall decals. You name it, we can do it.
Very cool. He's actually going to toss together a shirt for us just for this 12,000 calorie day here. So we'll put that together.
We maybe need to put pictures of pizza and chicken legs on it.
Oh God, I don't care what you do. I'm okay if it just has the channel name on it. So, all right, we'll be back at you shortly.
Weird that the CMYK.
So he's whipped up a nice logo to go on the back of the new shirt. Got the channel name on it. Very cool. Straight over to the printer. Look how quick you can get this done. So if you're local, obviously now you know where to get your shirts done, and if you're not local, we'll post the website up so you know where to order from.
Oh God.
Look who we ran into over at State North.
Hello.
Annie with Estrada Fitness. There's her Toyota down there. How can they see you? How can they find you?
On Instagram, estrada.fitness.
Estrada.fitness on Instagram. All right, we'll do that.
Awesome.
Oh, brand new. What are the kids calling it? Drip? What's the matter with them? We're old. We don't call it that kind of stuff. I got a shirt. It's going to be my fat eating shirt. 12,000 calorie challenge.
The only part you got right is fat.
There we go. That's what I heard. That's all I heard too. There we go. Awesome. Nice. Thanks, Trent. Appreciate that.
Very welcome.
Live.
All right, we are live, going to our first food stop. Chris keeps saying we. I don't know what the heck he means by that. It ain't no we in this adventure. I'm just along for the ride.
Oh, wow. What a cop-out. What a cop-out. That's terrible. All right. We got a few more kilometers ahead of us. First stop will be La Bosco Cafe. All right. We're here at La Bosco Bakery and Cafe. Look at the selection they have. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Look at all this. Everyday fresh. Isn't this crazy? Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat. Look at all this. All right. And then I'll show you it is what I eat. Shirt fits pretty good for right off the shelf. Thanks, Trent. Really appreciate it. So if Manoj can catch the sign, once again, we are at La Bosco Bakery. We took the bikes. All right, and what I've got here, he wasn't kidding. He's not eating. He's got himself a chai latte. Is that what that is?
You better believe it, buddy.
Okay. Well, I got myself some type of cream cheese Danish. This one's got just under 300 calories, and this mango glazed Danish goodness, this one's about 380, and then with my mocha full fat, we're closer to about 360. So I think right here we're already over 1,000 calories. So I'm gonna get eating and we're gonna get on the bikes, get back to the next stop, and hopefully I can keep all this down today.
Fat and sugar, baby. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, I am in no way proud of how I'm gonna have to eat this, but it's gotta go down quickly because we got a lot of stops today. And we're about an hour behind already stopping for the fire. We didn't leave Manoj's place till about half hour late, so this is, I think, 11 o'clock. What do you got there?
5 after.
5 after 11, so we've lost an hour and a half, which means we're gonna have to now average about 1,000 calories an hour all the way up till dinner just to catch up. So let's get into this.
How is it?
I ain't even eating for flavor at this point.
Looks
Gotta
delicious.
get it down. Oh, it's amazing.
Fat and sugar. Recipe for success.
Oh yeah.
Oink, oink. It's the theme of the day.
All right, because that was the first stop after doing all that bike riding and we're a little behind. That was easy to put down. It was sweet, it was yummy. I don't think I could have eaten a third one there just because that much sugar at once might have been a little difficult for me. You watch the channel, you know I don't eat a lot of sugar, but that tasted amazing on top of it. So I'm gonna get this mocha down and then we'll be on to our next stop. Back on the bikes, looking stylish.
Well, look at it anyway.
Looking anyways, yeah, that's right. So La Bosco, thumbs up, great place. I'll tally up the calories and stuff like that as we go. But for now, gotta get back on the bikes, gotta go north. We're gonna hit Cafe Sorrentino's downtown Edmonton. Let's do this. Bikes are locked up. We are at Cafe Sorrentino's. Let's get inside, right in the heart of downtown. These guys have been doing their thing since 1978. That's older than me. Look at this. Hi, ladies. Ooh, look at all this good stuff. I got some pizza. I'm here for this. Best cannelloni in the city. All right, so like I said, best cannelloni in the city for sure. Get my usual cappuccino. I'm Italian, I gotta have my caffeine. So calorie count here, we're just over 500 on the cannelloni and 2 pieces of bread, so I'm just gonna call it 500. There's about 140 in a cappuccino. So we're sitting about 650 on this meal. Let's get into this. Well, that definitely didn't take as long to get down. That's amazing. A few bites, it's in. That's over 500 calories there. I'm gonna down my cappuccino. We'll be well over 6. So we're floating somewhere in the 1900 so far, which isn't enough because it's just afternoon right now, which means we got to get going. We got to eat some more calories. We got to promote some more local restaurants. So I'm gonna down this. We're gonna get back on the bikes. Next one is Acapulco. It's a really nice Salvadorian. Oh, the pupusas, amazing. Bikes locked up. Switching ethnicities again. I mean, we got some of that right here with Manoj, but Salvadorian and Mexican cuisine. Excited about this one. You know me, I'm always excited about food. Beautiful little restaurant. Love it, love it, love it. So this is my fat shirt because I'm eating. This is the one Trent put together for me. I have a real hard time getting clothes to fit, obviously, because I'm like a 2XL up top, but like a medium small around the waist. So his stuff typically fits. It breathes really well. It's nice and light. So food's here. We got these pupusas. If you've never had one, you're missing out. Okay, find a friend from El Salvador. You're gonna have one of the best food that you've ever had. These are a mix. They're about 400 calories a piece, so I'll get 1,200 here. They make this amazing hot sauce in-house. Ooh. And then they got this like a pickled cabbage lettuce mixture. It's really good. It aids in digestion. And no jokes, I can't drink normal pop. It'll give me such a heartburn, so I gotta Coke Zero. So we're gonna get into this and get these down and get on to the next location. Next stop on the tour, Jack's Burger Shack on Jasper Ave. I'm going in. Oh yeah. Go ahead, Manoj. 10354 Jasper Ave. Gonna order all the way down there. I'll show you which we get shortly. I'm already running out of breath because I've eaten so much. big menu. I'm fading fast, guys. I don't even think I'm at 3,600 calories yet. So we kind of had to up the calories per meal. So I got this, I had to get it lettuce wrapped because eat a bunch of bread at this point, it ain't gonna work. But what I did is I made sure internally there's like barbecue sauce. They put chips in here, bacon, lots of sauce. So even without the bun, we're looking at about 650 calories here. And because they had root beer, I can actually handle real pop. So whatever this is, it's probably another 100, 120 calories. So we're pretty close to 800 calories here. What I did notice is that they have Dole Whip floats or shakes. Oh, what else they got? I'm not drinking it, but Manoj has got a Tumbling Goat Pale Ale. I don't get to have it, but I don't really drink. So yeah, what I was saying is, if I think I can stomach it, I'm gonna go back up for that Dole Whip, whatever it was they had, because that's got to be worth another 800 or 900 calories. Let's do this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to attack this thing. You know how big my hands are. This is awesome. That was amazing. I'm actually surprised how well that went down. The crunch of the lettuce made it really nice. Very good blend of flavors in there. I don't usually eat a lot of barbecue sauce because again, there's usually sugar and stuff in there. And I don't like the over-the-counter, in a jar at the grocery store type barbecue sauce, so I never eat it. They got homemade sauce here and it was deadly. And like I said, because there was chips in there, you had the crunch, you had the extra calories from chips, 2 or 3 slices of cheese, 2 really big patties in there, lots of sauce, which is where you get your calories from. So I think we were a little conservative on the 650 calories for the burger, but let's just, for the sake of keeping track, we'll just call it 650. We'll say 100 for this, even though I'm going to get a refill, so 750. We'll stick at 750. I'm going to see how well this sits in the next 5-6 minutes. And I'm going to go up and maybe get that Dole Whip. Get this meal over 1,000. All right, right back at you. Definitely do not have enough calories so far at this point in the day. So stopped at La Poutine. And this is a regular size, so this is going to be a killer to eat. But this is close to 1,100 calories, and I need that right now to get even close to where I need to be at this point. So here goes nothing. not to give too much information, but when I took that little drink and I had a little bit of pop bubbles coming back up, almost half that poutine came back up. So this is not as easy as it looks, but at the same time, I need people to understand this is for entertainment purposes only. I wouldn't want people doing this. And while I know this is a bit gluttonous and maybe irresponsible, considering the fact that a lot of people around the world can't feed themselves, entertainment purpose, but also if you watch our other videos, we make sure to be feeding the population who don't have the means to feed themselves. So yeah, this is indulgent for the sake of entertainment, but we offset it by doing the things that need to be done in the community. That being said, I understand the point of these refeed cheat days. I'm going to show you something. I have not trained at all today. If anything, you'd think I'd be depleted after 3 hours on the bike. Look at the bicep pump from all the carbs going back into the muscle groups. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, it's rock hard. I was actually quite expecting my face to, it's a little puffier, but I was expecting to be swollen up with sugar and all the fats and carbs and stuff like that. I'm actually doing not too bad, other than the swelling in the belly. So, but I need at least 20 to 30 minutes here before we get on to our next stop. Anything to add other than laughing your ass off at me?
No, some of the former comments were brought to you by his lawyer.
I have legal counsel with me. That's right.
It's always very important to travel with overpriced legal help.
There you go.
Keep that in mind. I can be contacted.
We'll put his contact information in case you need to pay too much for legal fees.
Let's be very clear. I'm cheap, but you can't be if you're going to hire me.
That's right. We're gonna get some fun calories in now. Drizzle ice cream. Look at this. I'll get my calorie intake. Yeah, we're hitting the jackpot here. Number 6 stop, if you don't count Manoj making me an early breakfast, so I at least got some protein in during the day. They've made me this nuclear disaster here over at Drizzle Ice Cream. Just to give you an idea, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Look at the vascularity coming through my blood vessels. Are just... So the base bowl is about 850, 900 calories. There's 4 waffles under here. Soft serve, and it came with chocolate salt caramel drizzle and some cinnamon toast crunch. Well, he added in, doubled up the cinnamon toast crunch, half cup of Captain Crunch, half cup of corn pops, and some extra whipped cream. So we're easily at 1,500 calories here. So regretting my life choices is a understatement, but we're still gonna have fun. Let's get into this. So this is 6,600 calories down. My eyes are floating at this point. I'm glad I have a few hours between now and the next meal. It's hard to formulate the words. So, alright, I'm gonna cut this here. I gotta drink a whole bunch of water. That's an important piece of knowledge. The more carbs and sugary stuff you eat, drink a lot of water so your body can do the most with it. Use what it needs, get rid of the rest. I gotta go to the bathroom, clean up. We'll be back at you with the next stop. We still got a bike. Half hour, 40 minutes?
Okay.
Gotta go 12K or 5 miles. Back to point zero, pick up the car. Well, I'm severely behind in my calories, so Nitz's Pizza is gonna be one of the final stops. Sam here always takes care of us, and he'll make me something that is calorie excessive. All right, it is pizza time. Here we go, getting closer to our 12,000 total calories. So what Sam has made us here is his meat lovers, but he doubled up on the meat, doubled up on the cheese, and got these extra dips as well. So this is a roasted garlic dressing dip, and this is a blue cheese dip. These are each an extra 180 calories. So total here, the pizza started at about 3,900 calories. Doubling up the meat brought it up to about 4,400 calories, and another 360 here. So it's just under 4,800 calories is sitting in front of me. So if this is my last message to you, just know that I went out happy. Oh, and I'm also drinking root beer. So if I have 2 or 3 of these, each cup is about a can. Can's 140 grams more. So I'll update when I go and edit it and turn it into a video. There's just a regular medium meat lovers, but this is the large. Yeah, I'm a bit loopy at this point. All that ice cream and sugar really messed with my brain. So I'm just pointing this at pizza now and regretting my life choices. Now you can watch me eat it. Well, the battery died in the phone after a day of filming, so I got to give this Samsung 10 its dues because we were out. It was very hot. And I never charge the phone all day. Little negligent of me not to check on that or have a battery pack with me, but this is what's left of that pizza, and I am going to get it down tonight. But I can't take in any more calories, so if I haven't reached my 12,000 after these two pieces, then that'll be it for today. I'll do the tally up tomorrow and hopefully have this video up. Well, being day 7 today, probably won't have it up day 8. It's going to take a lot of video editing. Hopefully by day 9, I'll be able to come back and say, this is what I did, whether I met the goal or not. So I'm going to get eating these. Yeah, I kind of wanted it all finished in place so you guys could see all the eating videos, and I don't like wasting boxes. It's just, it's not necessary, but I wanted to make sure that these were, you knew that everything got eaten and that was, not just a cop out. So here they go. And yeah, I may fall asleep into a food coma shortly after. So I'm not sure if I'll have closing comments, but I'll definitely have some tomorrow morning with the, well, you may not see it tomorrow morning, but I'll do the morning after wrap up and general thoughts on trying to eat 12,000 calories. Well, here it is. This represents that entire pizza being eaten and the last thing that I'm ingesting today. There's no more room. So I'll get on building this video tomorrow along with a recap in the morning. And just want everybody to know that if I didn't have it in the video, it's not being included. I didn't pump in a bunch of shakes to try and get the calories up or anything like that. Everything I consumed is in this video, and that's going to comprise, whether I did or didn't hit my 12,000 calorie challenge. So yeah, we'll do the wrap up shortly, and we'll get the video online within the next 48 hours. Good morning. It is the day after the 12,000 calorie challenge. That was interesting. I guess we need some closing thoughts and whether or not I reached my goals. You'll have to forgive me. I'm going to be a bit slower today. I've woken up, grabbed some water. This really does dehydrate you, I won't lie. I drank lots of water yesterday to keep myself as clean as possible while ingesting all those calories, but it still does a number on you. Let me just pull everything up here. All right. So, before I get to the calories for the day, I guess I got to give a summary of what it felt like doing all that. So it was kind of a perfect storm. It was 30 degrees, which is, I guess, like 85, 86 for you Fahrenheiters. So the heat made it a little more difficult. What else? We decided to use the bikes instead of driving around. That added a completely different element because, as you know, your body does one of two things with its blood. It digests or it provides energy. It doesn't typically do both. So to eat and get back on the bikes was another challenge. How do I feel? You know what? I'm actually quite surprised that I feel pretty good. I was expecting to be just completely bloated up, swollen, like my face puffy. Like, I mean, it's not perfect, but I still got a jawline, which isn't too bad. If I was to preface this, the most I've eaten in a day that I can remember, because I don't do like dirty bulks or real big binge days, but if let's just say a day where I went to a wedding or a birthday or a barbecue and I ate a little too much and maybe had some cake, if I had a 400 or 4,500 calorie day, that was a big deal for me, and I would feel that. Like, I don't really consume alcohol, so I don't really get that type of after effect. But when you know what it's like to go into a food coma when you've eaten the wrong kind of, we'll call it food, but not, it's not always ideal, especially if you're eating really sugary stuff. So this 12,000 calorie, I don't know why I thought it was going to be easier, but at the same time, I expected a much bigger aftermath from it. So I'm actually feeling really good. The one thing I definitely notice is my the muscle groups are just swollen right up, and not like bloaty swollen. Like they're they're even vascular at this point. I'm not going to take my shirt off because we don't know who's watching. This might be, some under 18 stuff, but yeah, I'm actually not feeling as bad as I thought I would. And the one thing I do notice is that my skin's a little, I don't know how to, when I was eating super clean, I noticed after a few weeks, it was really nice and smooth. It was blemish free. I've got a few little marks from overindulging on the wrong type of food. So that's really the only thing I'm noticing other than being a little excessively warm. And yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie, but I was just outside. It's a little chilly in the morning still. So I put a hoodie on. I just haven't changed. So I'm noticing, but otherwise I actually feel really good. So I guess, hey, do you want to find out if I made my goals? So what were the actual goals? And it started because, a lot of my bodybuilding friends, competitor friends, athlete friends, they talk about their refeed, refuel days kind of thing, which is beyond just a cheap meal. It's actually, spending a full day just pounding calories into your body so you can abuse it for 7 to 10 to 12 days before you do it again. And the numbers that they would throw out, like 8 to 10,000 calories, just blew my mind. And for me, eating clean, and I've mentioned this before, I'm lucky if I get 2 to 2,200 calories in a day. No joke. Because that's already 5-6 meals, and it's hard for me to put in a 7th or have bigger meals when I'm having 5 or 6. So a couple friends were laughing at me and said, yeah, you'd never be able to handle one of our refeed days. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try. But at the same time, what I said is, you know what? I like to support local, and I want to promote businesses in the Edmonton area. So that was the whole point. And that's what we did. So let's find out. Did we get where we needed to go? So I'm going to have to do some editing here because I'm going to read it off, then I'm going to have to put it on the screen when I'm editing. So bear with me if it doesn't time out with me talking. So the first local place that we started with was Le Bosco Bakery and Cafe. Consumed roughly 1,080 calories. Now, I know everything's going to be give or take a little bit. These aren't exacts. They're not inflated, but I can only go with if they have the caloric intake on the menu, or basically I would have to break it down and figure it all out. And that took time. So I tried to be as accurate as possible. So it was 1,080 at Le Bosco Bakery. Then at Sorrentino's, you saw in the video that I kind of did really bad math. I think I said 650, but with the cappuccino, it was actually 750 at Sorrentino's. Then we went to Acajutla for the pupusas. Amazing. Had 3 pupusas at 400 calories a piece. I had a Coke Zero, so there was no extra calories there. That was a straight up 1,200 calories. Then we went to Jack's Burger Shack. This one was really hard to rate because it didn't have a bun. It had the lettuce wrap, but I had got extra cheese. There was some extra sauce put in, and I did have 2 pops, root beers, so they had full sugar. So I didn't add all the extra sugar in. I just went with a conservative 830 calories because the burger with the bun, with everything that I added, would have been about like 960. So I took the bun out, added more sauce. That's where we just came up with 830. I'd rather be under than over because I don't want to inflate just to try and, hit the goal superficially kind of thing. Then we went to La Poutine for that giant order of poutine. Now, eating that in the outdoors in the heat was quite a feat in its own. So I had that, and I had the Dr. Pepper, and that came out to about 1,240 calories. Now, one of the biggest contributors to the caloric intake was when we went to Drizzle for that ice cream bowl of waffly, sugary cereal goodness and whipped cream and all that kind of stuff. This one is actually a very conservative number. Even the person who made it said, you know what, it's probably quite a bit higher. We just ran with 1,600 because, again, I don't want to overinflate a number just to try and win this challenge. I want to be realistic, something that you could easily duplicate if you were crazy enough to want to try this, but a realistic number. So we went with 1,600. Then we ended the day at Nitz's Pizza. So what Sam did is he made me a large meat lovers, which had all the different kind of meats, and then he threw on a double helping of donair meat, as well as doubling up every other kind of meat that went on the pizza, and doubled the cheese. So by time, like it started around the 3,900 calorie range, but by time he added double donair meat, doubled up all the meat that was supposed to be there, doubled up the cheese, it ended up, this is where we kind of lost count, because then we put those two dressings on. They were 180 calories each. So we actually shot really low and went with 4,800 calories for how the pizza sat. I had 3 root beers there, and those were each 140 calories a piece, but I removed one and just used 2 of them for another 280. So what that equals, all that added up, is 11,780. Not 12,000. It's unfortunate, but supporting local, we did not get our 12,000. It is what it is. But if you're watching the video, my buddy Manoj, after he decided we were going to take the bikes and not the cars, made me that egg sandwich thingy. Yeah. So, 2 pieces of rye bread, 2 eggs, a few little toppings on it. And we factored that one for 310 calories. Now, do you add that in because it wasn't supporting local? I'll let you decide. Supporting local, I didn't hit my 12,000 calories. But if you want to talk about the food I ingested that day, I did eat that because I didn't have breakfast and we were biking close to 45 minutes before we even got to our first stop. If you do add it, that brings our total to 12,090 calories for one 24-hour day. Not too bad. Not too bad. So maybe it's a fail, maybe it's success. All I know is it's probably something I'm not going to try again. I might decide to try having fun and do like an 8,000 calorie one where I don't have to take in as much sugar. I'd be more than happy to cut out all that regular pop because that's not really my thing, and it kind of gives me a little bit of reflux. So reflux on top of eating all that food is not a great feeling. Maybe not as big of an ice cream bowl either. But if you start knocking that stuff out, you can lose a few thousand really quickly, and that's where the problem is. So, all right, let's leave it there. So whether you believe, comment below. Do you think that I deserve to say that I excelled or succeeded at this challenge because I did take in 1,200 for the day? Or was it more of a fail because I didn't do it supporting local like the initial goal was? Let me know. Maybe I'll have to do it again with a different number. And I'd love to hear if you guys have done anything similar or what your refeed days look like or your cheat days or whatever you call them. I'd love to hear any of your results. So this was basically day 7 of phase 2 of the 50 Blast Challenge. So that's why there was no workout there. I biked almost 40 kilometers or roughly 28 miles. I think that's what we figured it out to be. So didn't go to the gym. But we'll be back with more workouts soon. But until then, I'm your boy Chris. This is Fit Into Lifestyle. And I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Ciao.